Our next story is about a place where it is always night and it is always snowing. I'm talking about the deep sea. It's a wondrous underworld. It exists beneath the surface at a depth of about 660 feet. Sunlight doesn't reach this realm, so the deeper you go, the colder and darker it gets. Plus, when you're under the sea, water pushes you down. It pushes down on you, rather, and this builds pressure. Again, the deeper you go, the greater the pressure. So it is a difficult place to be in, at least for land dwellers. Though you may relate to deep sea creatures if you hate your job, if you've had to adapt to crushing pressure and oppressive darkness at the workplace. But jokes apart, the deep sea is intimidating. So humans have long treated it as separate from our world, like a shadowy basement without oxygen, populated by alien creatures, when in fact the deep sea is crucial. It makes up more than 95% of the Earth's habitable space. That's right, 95%. It has an astonishing diversity of ecosystems, animals, plants, and resources beyond imagination, which also makes it one of the most important things to understand. So lately, humans have been trying a little harder. Recently, marine researchers went on a deep-sea mission. They focused on the Bounty Trove. It's off the coast of New Zealand, about 800 kilometers long and not very well explored, so it was the perfect target. And we don't say this lightly, because the researchers have found 100 new marine species: fish, coral, mollusk, squid, you name it. And this little thing, no one knows what to call it yet. It can be a sea star or a type of coral. It may not seem all that important, maybe because it looks like the leftover lunch that you forgot to take out of your school bag, but it proves yet again how little we know about the deep sea. You know that the Earth is mainly a water world. 70% of its surface is covered with oceans, but more than 80% remains unexplored. In fact, we know more about the surface of Mars and the Moon than the ocean floor of our planet. Until the 19th century, we thought the deep sea was devoid of life. But then we sped up exploration. We made new discoveries, like the marine snow, the snow that I was talking about earlier. These are pale flecks made of dead fish, plants, even excreta. I know, not the kind of snow that you were expecting, but the creatures down there love it. For some species, it is their favorite food. If they could, they'd probably make snow cones out of it. But apart from snow that looks like dandruff, humans found so many species: forests of ancient corals, undersea urchins with cactus-like spikes, and fish that lights up. Sometimes the light is a lure, other times it is a weapon. But huge gaps remain in our knowledge. So far, scientists have discovered 240,000 species. They claim more than 2 million exist. But here's what humans care about more: precious metals and minerals like manganese, copper, nickel, cobalt. They can be used to make mobile phones or batteries for electric vehicles. So countries want to mine the seabed and extract minerals from it. The process is called deep sea mining. Countries like China, Norway, and Russia are pushing for it. Scientists say this is severely harmful. It's exploitation of the seabed. But this is not the only kind. The deep sea has become a convenient garbage dump too, for waste that is too dangerous, like radioactive materials, or waste that is too expensive to store on land, like artificial fibers or plastics. So we barely understand the deep sea, but we are already abusing it and exploiting it. We say it's not a good look for humans.